Welcome to Metaphysical Soul Speak. I'm your host, Elena Fox Starks. Hey guys, I hope that you are doing really well in this moment, and that whenever and wherever you are, that you are acknowledging and paying attention to the really crazy stuff that's been going down and all around you. I don't know if you are experiencing some really strange things like I am, but I don't know, it just seems weird. Like my phone, the charge of my phone has been really weird. The other night, like 2 nights ago when I did the show, I started off at like 76%, and after 2 hours it went down to 73%, and when I went to publish it, it went down to 1%. Just weird stuff like that. And that was, I think you could maybe attribute it to that my battery's going, scientific evidence of Occam's razor, I suppose. But then yesterday it was like hardly any time at all. It just another like 10%. But a week ago it was, 50% done in an hour, right? Now it's only going down by 2 or 3%. And I did get a battery saver, but I don't think that would account for this. So like weird stuff with the electronics. But other weird stuff has been going on with me. Like the deep dreams or deep sleep and the weird dreams I've been having as if I know people in my dream. And every night I'm like with a new group of people. But it wasn't last night, or this morning or whatever, but the day before, like 2 days ago, I didn't mention it, but I was abducted during my recording with you guys, and I have like an hour missing time. The show itself was just under 2 hours long, and yet 3 or 3.5 hours went by during the time in which I was recording. And I think I paused to blow my nose once, and I paused maybe to blow my nose another time and take my inhaler, but that doesn't take 45 minutes or an hour and a half or whatever. So I'm just like kind of confused. And then the next kind of morning or a few hours after that, I woke up and I was in a half awake state. And then I woke up quite a bit fully, but I realized that I was bilocated. And I was simultaneously in my bed in my pajamas and also on a spaceship with the Pleiadians, with Michael Sherhan. And he was showing me how to operate the ship, how to fly the ship. And I told them I was tired and that I'm simultaneously in my bed. And they're like, yeah, we know you are. And I'm like, well, I'm going to lay down. So there was like a couch there on the ship, and I laid down, and they came and hung out with me, and we were just talking. But at the same time, I was in my bed. It was so strange. It was like I knew I was bilocated, and I was having memories in real time from two places. So strange, man. So strange. And right before that happened, like a couple hours before that happened, I felt the slow, creepy, crawly energy of a acid reflux that was about to happen. I felt the energy of it. and I felt it creep all the way up my throat, and I sat up and I said, well, I'm not going to allow that to happen. And I sat at the edge of my bed, and I got my vinegar and my water, and I keep the vinegar right next to my nightstand. It's kind of funny, but in case this happens. And I drank it down. I drank a whole glass of it, and then I had a whole glass of water, and I sat up for about 10 minutes, having 2 glasses of water in a row. You don't want to lay down right away. And about an hour after that, the exact same thing happened again. And I sat up and I'm like, what the hell? Usually having a little bit of vinegar would be good for my stomach for 2 or 3 days. Why was it not good for like an hour? And then I realized I might have astral projected to the end of my bed and thought I did all that. But I remained sleeping. So was I somehow bilocated in my very own bed with myself before I bilocated to the Pleiadians? I don't know what the hell that was about. Was I phased out? Was I phased in, phased out? Not quite. And it was the next day, that morning when I woke up, and my hair was really red compared to how it's been for the past 9 years. I'm just like, what? I'm grateful for that, but it's really, really, really weird. I'm having all kinds of symptoms for about 2 or 3 weeks. The same symptoms we've been discussing, during this time. So I'm having the same symptoms. But extreme pain, stiffness in back, back and neck and hips. And I've been looking for a solution for that. And I'll find something for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And then I go back into that pain. But apparently there's light workers all over the planet saying the same thing right now, that they're having that intense pain, that nothing is helping. Like drinking water doesn't help. A couple people have gotten the message to take iron pills, to just take an iron supplement, which is weird. But if that resonates with you, you might as well try it. I think I wouldn't mind to try iron just to see if that's what will help me. But probably I'm going to try iodine pills in case that is something that I'm missing. Because I don't eat a lot of sea kelp, and we don't really have Morton salt with extra iodine added. And I used to take iodine droplets for my thyroid years and years ago. So I got a message today that might be what I need, but iron. So if iron resonates with you. But there's some really, really weird crap going down. And the Schumann Resonance today, oh my God. I'm going to try at the end of the show to take a picture of this and put on Instagram, because holy moly, it looks like the United States flag. It freaking looks like the United States flag. It's so weird. It's like a white square that looks like it's on fire on the right-hand side, with literally red and yellow and lime green and turquoise blue on the chart. Normally when you look at this chart, it's green. The whole background of the chart is cobalt blue and turquoise, bits of red, and all these weird streaks going up and down. Some of them, one's like a turquoise pulsating rhythm thing, and then there's dark blue, cobalt blue pillars in a couple places. It looks like a Scottish tartan. This would be like one hell of a cool t-shirt, I'm telling you. But the square part where, like if it's the US flag with the stripes going horizontally, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white horizontal lines, and a bunch of like real small horizontal lines, looks like 16 of them, and then sections of cobalt blue, and then there's stuff going up and down. I swear to God, it looks like a Scottish tartan. But the part where, if it was the US flag, where the stars would go, there are completely round circles, and there's almost 70 of them. And it's solid, blocked out white. And these circles are like a really beautiful pale jade turquoise green. This is the most bizarre thing. I've been looking at the Schumann Resonance daily for about a year, and I'm looking at this going, what the actual hell? In the dead center of it, there is just a blue, like a light pale turquoise blue dot. And at the very bottom in the center, there's a blue dot. I mean, this looks like someone made a fabric pattern. I mean, half of the U.S. is on fire, and half of what would be the representation of the United States, like states themselves, it looks like it's on fire. It's so weird. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm being ethnocentric, but if you guys see this, you're going to agree that this looks like a punk rock edition of the American flag. It's like really blowing my mind. But the 11 o'clock report says, not much to say. Compared to the calm, we see only the streaks on power 10. Like, they don't know what to say about this. They said nothing. This doesn't look weird to them. And then in the 1700 report, it says calm. But there's something freaky going on. Like how... Oh, whoa. What the hell? Okay, now, yeah, I guess this is what's going on. It says Schumann Resonance flag. They're literally calling it the Schumann Resonance flag. But this is so bizarre. It's not at all normal. And then I go and I scroll up to, it just says power 10. It's like, what the heck is going on over there? And I look at the normal Schumann Resonance, and it's just like, what? I guess maybe they blew up part of it. I think that's what they did, and they called it the Schumann Resonance flag. That's got to be what they did. But it's so weird. I'm like, what the actual hell is this? I guess they just blew it up is what happened, but this is so strange. Anyway, I'm going to try to get a picture of that. Because it looks like there's a lot more going on than the Schumann Resonance, and the equipment's picking it up, but they don't know how to read anything else. Is it really the Schumann Resonance only? Is there a lot of other things going on that your instrumentation is picking up? I don't know. I want to mention the climate change thing where Jane Fonda's been getting arrested. She got arrested 4 times every Friday for a month. And this past Friday, she dodged it. She didn't actually get arrested. The one of the mayors in one of the cities who always wanted to do for the indigenous people in Bolivia, I guess she was supporting the president Morales, who was elected again for a 4th term. I can't believe they have so many terms there. I don't know how long their terms are, but he was elected for a 4th term, and I guess she stood up for him, and people that are against the president, and they were for the guy one of the guys running against president, took her out into the town square, held her down, and cut her hair off. Then they poured red paint on her and dragged her through the town by her ankles. And I think they beat her up. And she said, after that, in a public statement, like still covered in paint with her hair all wonky, she said, well, if they're going to kill me because I care about indigenous people and the rights of indigenous people, then let them, because for me, that would be a good cause for me to die for. And I'm like, oh, what a sweet lady. You know, like she sounds forgiving, like she forgave them, but she said, hey, If you're going to kill me, then kill me. Because I'm only here to do the will of the indigenous people. I want them to be safe, right? And so that was interesting. And then today, just a couple hours ago, the president who was just elected for a fourth term decided to step down and no longer be the president because there was so much bloodshed going on in Bolivia. He couldn't take it. And it was hurting his heart. And he just said, that's it, I'm done. I thought that was weird also. He said, I guess you guys wanted a coup, and now you've got a coup on your hands, and that's what happened. Oh, great. I went from 83% on my phone to 28% in 15 minutes. This is the kind of weirdness I was talking about. Yesterday, I went down like by 5% in 2 hours. Now it's been 15 minutes, and we went down like over 60%, something like that. Anyway, let me get through this. I'm going to plug in my phone for another hour, and this is going to be a very late show, apparently. The second half of the show, I'm going to channel Michael Sherhan of Ashtar Command. I don't know what he's going to talk about, but I think it might have to do with tomorrow, which is 11/11. The gateway will be open. It's going to be a portal day. And the Mercury transit across the sun is going to be taking place. A Mercury retrograde. I don't know what that means. Maybe he has some insight. He says, yeah, I do. I'm like, all right, awesome. Thank you, Michael. He's here with me. Apparently, I've been spending a lot of time with this guy. I have a feeling he's going to be my CO. He'll be my commanding officer, and I feel like I'm going to go tootling around the galaxy or the universe with him. I mean, why am I learning how to fly the ship if that's not true? It's so weird. I keep seeing glimpses and images of being inside the ship, and apparently I've had a lot of lifetimes on the Pleiades, so hey, that's pretty cool. You know, it's weird. I'm going to have to plug in my phone now. Now we're down to 18%. It literally dropped 10% in like 1 minute. So what the hell is happening to my phone? I might have to buy a new phone or a new battery. I'll try the new battery. Just plugged it in. Just went down to 15%. What the hell? This Mercury retrograde is killing me with the electronic issues. All right, communication's been okay, but the electronics not so much. All right, in California, they start off at 71 Hertz frequency at midnight on the Schumann Resonance scale. By 5, they were at 79. They were at 0 all the way across the board for days now. Not for days, probably for the past, like 20 hours or something in Saudi Arabia, in Hofuf. In Lithuania, they start off at 119 Hertz frequency in midnight and went all the way up to 125 Hertz frequency by 5 a.m. And in Alberta, Canada, they start off at 105 Hertz frequency at midnight, and they went to 116 by 5 a.m. And in Northland, New Zealand, they start off at 184 Hertz frequency, and they went to 196 by 5 a.m. In, where the hell is it? Oh yeah, Hulului, South Africa, they started off at 209 Hertz frequency at midnight and went to 207 by 5 a.m. So it's like in a couple places it's like 0 things going on, and in a couple places it's just, I don't know, just super high. Okay, in A Course in Miracles or acim.org, the Foundation for Inner Peace, we are on lesson 153, and this is the message. It's a good thing, by the way, I plugged this in because we're now at 14% and holding for 2 minutes. Like, what the actual hell is going on with my phone? All right, lesson 153 in A Course in Miracles is, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. Well, that's a really strange one, right? In my defenselessness, my safety lies. You who feel threatened by this changing world, its twists of fortune and its bitter jests, its brief relationships and all the gifts it merely lends to take away again, attend this lesson well. The world provides no safety. No shit. Sorry, it doesn't say that part. It is rooted in attack, and all its gifts, quote unquote, of seeming safety are illusory deceptions. It attacks, then attacks again. No peace of mind is possible where danger threatens thus. The world gives rise but to defensiveness, for threat brings anger, and anger makes attack seem reasonable, honestly provoked, and righteous in the name of self-defense. Yet is defensiveness a double threat? For it attests to weakness and sets up a system of defense that cannot work. Now are the weak still further undermined, for there is treachery without and still a greater treachery within. The mind is now confused and knows not where to turn to find escape from its imaginings. Wow, it's very, very strange. Defenses are the costliest of all the prices which the ego would exact. This one seems like it would take like a week to contemplate. Honestly, it's really long too. Looking at this lesson, guys, it is like 20 paragraphs long. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. Really, really weird today. All right. Okay, now my phone is going up in percentage. Like, oh my God, I made sure all day long I'd be like at 100%. And I had my phone unplugged for 20 minutes. And then came in to do my show and it was at 88 after down from 100. I think I just need a new battery, but I don't know if there's weird energy going on or what it is. But so yeah, don't look at the sun directly when Mercury's transiting across. There are like safety glasses or goggles or whatever the heck, but honestly, I'm going to tell you guys the best advice I can imagine is if you want to be outside during this and you want to see it, maybe, be outside during it, but put a YouTube video on your phone, wear sunglasses, and watch the YouTube video. Argentina has a nice live observatory, and they will have like a live video of it, in other places have a live video. So if you're in a place where it's snowing or raining and you're like, man, what a bummer, you could actually go live on YouTube, go on YouTube and find the live streaming videos of this. Somewhere in the world, the sun is going to be up. There's not going to be any clouds, and you're going to be able to see this. I mean, the sun is always up in the day, duh, but what I mean is the sun will be out. Out and about, or oot and a boot if you're from Minnesota. But what I mean is it's going to be available to look at, but I don't look at it directly. I just kind of feel like not only is the sun, a potential hazard as far as just zapping out your retinas in your eyes so you will go blind, but also it has been extremely strong. That was the other thing I didn't mention the other day. About 4 days ago, I was in my bathroom and I knew that the sun was coming through my closed curtain, which is pretty thick, and the sun was so strong that I felt it, and I kind of saw it penetrating through the walls of my bathroom, which is marble, and I saw the sun penetrate through the walls and not only the window but the curtain, and I felt it like penetrate through the whole building, and I felt it penetrate through me. I felt like there was radiation coming through me. I felt the sun was that strong. It almost felt like an X-ray going through everything, and I know it was right when I woke up in the morning. Again, it was like 4 days ago. And I kind of felt like I'm being x-rayed somehow, like my DNA itself is being absolutely changed in this moment. It was one of the freakiest feelings, and I thought, well, maybe I'm just tired. And then right after that, I got really, really sleepy again and took one of those, luscious cosmic naps. I'd only been asleep 8 hours. Why should I wake up refreshed? I mean, I woke up great, and then 10 minutes later, the sun, it just felt like it was penetrating all the way through everything. And then all of a sudden, oops, it's time to go to sleep again. And I slept another 4 hours. That was the day I slept super, super long. And like today, I went to sleep, I don't know, 4 in the morning or something, and I got up at noon or 1:30, something like that. It wasn't too bad. But, so like 8 or 9 hours I got maybe. But I was fine. I was up very late. Actually, no, I went to bed about 6 or 7, I think. And I got up at noon. So that wasn't too bad. 5-6 hours I got. And I was, I was just up with my kid very late. We had a couple shows we wanted to watch, and we got really into it. We ended up watching the rest of Atypical, which we didn't want to binge watch to the end. We wanted one more day because show hole. And then he started watching with me Living With Yourself, which is hilarious if you haven't seen it. It also raises a lot of dramatic questions about what would happen if you cloned yourself and there were now 2 of you. How would you live with yourself? Especially if your clone is 1,000,000 times better than you at all interpersonal relationships and at work and at thinking and in better shape and makes better choices, and that person is 100% perfect. But it's you. How would you live with yourself? It's such a good show. I like the questions that it raises. It ends up getting very, very interesting. I don't know. But I want you guys to pay attention to the weird crap that's been going on. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. Like, I know something happened to me with food where, like, we definitely ate something and went back in there and it was there still. And it's like, no, we ate that. I can't remember what it was now. I know there was something like that, though, where we were like, what the hell? And then there was other things like, like we had several things of milk, and today we just had like one thing left of milk, and that was it. And it's like, how do we had like, this sounds insane, we had like 4 bags of milk, and I know I poured 2 of them, so we would have had 2 bags of milk, and out of nowhere there's like 1 missing. But maybe my son drank it. I didn't ask him. I forgot to ask. But there's been some things about just weird stuff like that. I told you guys that one day my couch was one color, and then the next day it was a different color. And then 2 days later, it was yet a different color that I remember it being when we moved in. And then yesterday, both couches had different colors than each other, even though they were all purchased as a set. So what the hell? And that really freaked us out. Well, my son didn't notice it, but I freaked out over it. Like, why? It's like, I know I'm hopping timelines left and right. I know I was abducted by 2 alien races. Well, I think the second one was I bilocated to go visit the Pleiadians. I wasn't abducted by them. But I know I was abducted by another group just hours before that. I mean, during my show, and I was literally missing like an hour and a half of time. I mentioned at the end of the show, too. I was like, what the hell's happening? This is so strange. So I want you guys to pay attention to strange and unusual things. The sky has been really weird. Beautiful weird, though. It'd be weird in a wonderful way. I mean, like in the late afternoon today, the whole sky here was absolute fog. We were living in a cloud today, and that is extremely rare. Usually when this happens, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning, and that's like the dew point. But when it's 4 in the afternoon and it's like 70 degrees out, why are we in a cloud right now? So strange stuff like that. We have had a lot of rain, but that's normal for this time of year, and that's okay. And it's warmer. It's more rain and warmer. And the rain isn't very cold. It's nice. It's actually pleasant. And it's not been terribly cold here. It's been wonderful. But the sky, I mean, a few days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, in the afternoon, it was streaks of pink and blue. Literally, you could see where there's like, there's pink, then there's blue, then there's pink, and then there's blue. And it just went through the whole sky like that. There's other days where one part of the sky is absolutely black, like a black cloud. And then you look to the other part of town and it's like fluffy white clouds in a pale turquoise sky with the sun. And it's all beautiful. And you can hear the birds singing. Everything's beautiful over there. And then the other side of my apartment building is just like, you know, the Dementors are here. You know, we have to quick, eat chocolate. I swear, get the Dementors away. It's so strange. It's like, I don't understand why it's been so bizarre, but I think it's just, we're hurtling through space at, I forgot how many miles per hour, and we're going through different parts of the galaxy, and we're going through a part of the galaxy that's very rough, and there's a lot of asteroids and stuff. And I have a feeling that there's more radiation or something, maybe more plasma clouds in this part. In addition to the fact that the sun is bombarding us with weird energy, and then the crystals in the earth are bombarding us with weird energy as the sun and the earth, it's like they're shooting energy at each other. And I think it's all meant to force us to grow really quickly. And in the meantime, it's like my body's doing really crazy and wonky things. A week ago, I was looking pretty thin, and now I'm very bloated, carrying tons of water weight out of nowhere. For 2 or 3 days, my allergies got better, but now my body is acting like my allergies are really bad. So it's so weird. I don't understand exactly what's going on, but I think it has to do with the adjustment energy. It's like ascension symptoms, but since we've ascended and we're here, it's more like the adjustment to the ascension symptoms. So, I don't know, the melancholia, the depression and suicidal ideation, anything that you had like that from your past that's been brought up recently is now going away, you know, but you still might be going through waves of that. It's normal, and don't act on anything because it's not really coming from the you who you are now, okay? It's coming from the you who you were then, if that's you, if that makes sense. So I wanted to tell you guys, just be careful with that one. Just watch it and observe it and go, yeah, that's weird and interesting. And I acknowledge that I did think that, and everyone else on Earth has had these ideas at one point or another. Okay, sure. Just acknowledge it and move on. There was some other weird things going on. I don't know. I think I mentioned stabbing in Petra, where someone went through and just started stabbing people randomly. At the tourist site, he stabbed like Canadians and a French woman and people from all over the place that were just there on vacation, which is going to hurt Jordan's tourism economy. So, very strange. There's some weird stuff like that going on. There's a massive snowstorm is expected to hit in Michigan and Detroit. I get Detroit news because my house is there, even though I haven't been there in years. I know my house is still there. I got neighbors that tell me if it's still there or not. So, you know, keep warm if you guys are in a place where you're going to get snow. And I don't know what's going on with the fires in California. I've been out of touch. I've been so tired with these cosmic naps. So if that's happening to you, you're not getting sick. It's just the energy. You're being sensitive to the bombardment of humanity by the sun and now the earth. Our crystals are charging themselves just in our house. We don't even have to put them out in the sun anymore. It's weird, which I did mention a couple days ago. So, I don't know, guys. I want you to pay attention. You know, when the fairies are flying through your room and you see something out of the corner of your eye, I want you to acknowledge, wow, I think that was a fairy or an angel in my house. Pay attention to this stuff, because I have a feeling it's going to be more solid and more real seeming, like really soon. So that's all I got to say about that for now. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, which I'm going to wait like 20 minutes and let this phone charge up a little bit more, I'm going to do a channeling with Michael Sherhan of Ashtar Command right after this message. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's high time you did. It is the absolute easiest way to make a podcast. First of all, it's absolutely free. Second of all, they have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. You guys have known that I've been doing this for 8 months using the Anchor.fm app right on my cell phone, and I have done it everywhere, right? I have recorded this in my living room, my bedroom, little cafes in Quito, Ecuador, all over Cuenca. It's so absolutely easy to make your podcast, and editing is just a snap. Anchor also will distribute your podcast for you, and it took me about 2.5 months to become syndicated, and now I'm available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more, and so can you. You can make money from your podcast also, and there's no minimum requirement. You get paid from your very first listener. It is everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So please, if you are interested in making a podcast of your very own, do not hesitate to start with Anchor. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Metaphysical Soul Speak is run on sponsors and listener support. This means listeners like you. If you are so inclined to support my efforts and my little podcast, please visit me at anchor.fm/metaphysical and pledge an amount of your choosing today. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm connected with Michael Sherhan of Ashtar Command and the Pleiadian Light Forces. I've already done my Ki Asha exercise, in which you touch your forehead and say the words Ki Asha 3 times, and that makes your third eye pulsate, but also helps you to focus. And if Michael sends me any images, I will be able to see them, basically, through clairvoyant telepathy. I do not channel directly. I am an indirect channel, and that means I don't allow anyone to take over my body. I had a couple of bad experiences with that in the past in my very, very early years, and I was starting to get into the spirituality side of life. And so now I use my telepathy, my clairvoyant powers. I see, and sometimes I hear, sometimes I even can smell what the person is trying to get across. If it's a fruit or something, I'll like smell the fruit or a candy. But usually I see images in my mind, so I keep my eyes closed while I channel. And, well, that's it. I'm already connected. So, Michael, are you ready to speak? And are you with anyone else today? Shall I connect with them? He says, no, I'm going to be the only one speaking. And you're with Kira. Hi, Kira. And who else? Are you with one other person? Sheira? Or no, I think it's like, is it Sheila? Shahira? No. Zahira. Zahira and Kira are with him today. Okay, I think that's what he said. All right, so we're together, we're connected. Yay. All right, I had to keep my phone plugged in, so the acoustics are a little bit different than usual. I hope you guys can hear me fine. All right. All right, Michael, you may begin. Greetings, it is I am Michael Sherhan of Ashtar Command. I am Pleiadian from the galaxy that you call the Seven Sisters, or the Pleiades in the sky, and we are from one of the planets in that galaxy. But for your vision, it's just a cluster of 7 stars. We have had a very long history with the humanity, the race of humanity. We, for thousands of years, thousands upon thousands of years, our Pleiadian ancestors have known your human ancestors, in many cases directly, and in many cases just through quiet study and observation. Our race has always had a fondness for your race, and we have helped and guided your people in the past. And we are here at this time for the exact same reason, actually. We are here to send you our love, give you our advice, share any knowledge we have with you in the event that you do not have the knowledge from our perspective, because how could you? We just want to share our opinions and our observations with you in a way that will be beneficial and helpful to your people. We are here. We have no hidden or ulterior agenda. Some people have suggested in your social media in some places recently, although Elena doesn't know about this, but it's been suggested and hinted at. We wanted to clear up what our motive is today in the event that you have seen anything. People with their negative ideas in their minds, and they let that go, and a lot of this is because they're just so afraid. They're so afraid for the world to change, and they want to hold on to the illusory past that felt safe, even though clearly it wasn't. It wasn't the best way, or you would still be in that way. So we just wanted you to know that we are here. We are here to serve humanity. We are here to love our brothers and our sisters from planet Earth. Tomorrow you are going through a big change. It is a portal. It is 11:11. A lot of you consider this to be a gateway. He's showing me when I said it even recently, when I saw 11:11 somewhere, it was a time. And I told someone, 11:11, the gateway is open. Quick, ask anything you want. Get from the universe, manifest right now. So Michael, tell us what this means from your perspective, please. It is indeed a portal and a gateway, and as you know, 11 is a master number, and this is a double master number. Whether you look at it as 11 and 11, or you add it together and get 22, which also is a master number. In a way, you could call it 3 master numbers in one, 11, 11, and 22. But beyond the numerology of it, and beyond the energy of the numbers and the energy and the significance of it, there will be around your planet many meditations at 11:11 a.m. on 11/11 and at 11:11 p.m. on 11/11. Just so you know, also there might be a couple at 2:22 or at 12:22, both morning and night. But for us, from our perspective, we see this calendar date as, this is going to be a little controversial, but it's kind of irrelevant because time is an illusion and the calendars are also illusory, but a lot of power is being put into it because of your collective consciousness, and the spiritual parts of humanity have and hold a great deal of belief in the power of 11/11. The day itself is just like going to be like any other day. It's just a normal day. It's what use does Mother Gaia have for calendars, to be honest? Or the heavens or the cosmos or the universe for that matter. It's just another day. But because of the grand focus of the idea of it being a portal gateway, and 11/11 is two master numbers, and it's so powerful. And it looks like two doorways with a third doorway in the middle when you look at the numbers themselves. And so we're going to discuss not what will happen through your human eyes and your human ideas and thoughts and beliefs, but rather what's going to happen from what we actually know. We are spiritual and we are scientists. After all, I do command a starship. There are many starships from the Pleiades surrounding your galaxy and your Earth for means of observation and beaming as much love and light to your planet as possible right now, so that you can learn and grow at a much faster and accelerated rate, because we really want you to get over this massive hurdle. And you already have anchored in the fifth dimension, but the other part of it, the adjustment phase. And once you've gotten to the adjustment and you've adjusted your eyesight and your hearing and your psychic abilities, and everything starts to come back online. And it will, because you are way more magical than you believe you are. Although from our perspective, it's not magic at all. It's just that these are abilities that have always been built into the human DNA. And now that it's been reattached, you're going to have a great deal more interaction with your DNA, if you will. But tomorrow is going to be a really massive day. It's going to be a very, very big day for humanity. Your spiritual collective of people who believe something's going to happen. Your very belief is pulling massive amounts of magnetic energy and magnetic forces and life-changing, DNA-changing plasma waves to you. For weeks, you've been anticipating this day and pulling the energy towards you from the galactic center, the grand central sun, and it's coming through the portal of your own sun, and it's going to be massive. We want to help you in these efforts, and we will be using our ships to deflect the energy that's diffused, like focusing it as a mirror or a lens. We're going to focus it right on to your planet. So we're going to play our part tomorrow, and we're all ready. We're standing by in our ships, and we're ready to do this. And we are here. We are here. We love you as family. Many of you have been beaming yourself up to our ships, Elena included. You are being it's a really strange way, because a lot of you are not aware of it, but many of you are astral projecting to our ships, and we see you. Some of you are popping in and popping out so fast that you don't know that you've been gone. It's almost like some of you are able to, just for a quick split second, you're able to dematerialize and rematerialize on our ship. And then before you know it, you're back home, and you kind of have a weird memory, but you don't remember what happened. It's kind of like the idea or the feeling of many of you that go into your kitchens and you look into the refrigerator and you forgot why you're there, and you leave the room and you have to wait a while and come back. It's that kind of a foggy mental feeling like, wait, something just happened, but I don't know what. And then you laugh it off, go, gee, wasn't that funny? And you go about your day. We've seen many of you do it, and we find it, actually, it's kind of hilarious to us. It's funny to us, and we're so happy that it's happening, because you are all starting to play with these superhuman abilities. They're just natural, and they're science. It was bound to happen, but you just had it in your comic books and in your movies, and sometimes there's been, stage plays and TV shows about the superhuman abilities, but it's in your psyche for a reason. It's not just a few things that people made up to entertain the masses. And there have always been superhuman abilities available, but they've been offline. They're all coming online now, and they're all becoming available to you guys. And we find it funny. We're watching as you are discovering it. And then you laugh it off and pass it off, and immediately your mind forgets it, because you think it cannot be real. How is bilocation possible? How is dematerialization and rematerialization? How is it possible? How is it possible that beings are in your room right now? Maybe not right now, but when it happens, how is it possible? You see them and yet you don't see them. You close your eyes and you see them. You open your eyes and you might see an outline by your wall that's shaped like a being, but you can't see anything, but you can still see like a shadow or an outline. How could this be? But it does be. It is true. Many of you are getting telepathic messages. Some of you are having a hard time going to your churches or going to a crowd, even going to the grocery store, and you start to hear everybody's thoughts. A lot of you are feeling everybody's feelings, and it's overwhelming. How could you have 10 different emotions at once, or 20 or 30,000? How is this happening? But it's happening. We also wish to talk to you about the mercurial transit across the sun that will be happening tomorrow. That also is huge. Mercury is in retrograde. It's a time to go back and see the things you have missed, things you meant to do and you forgot about. Now suddenly you're remembering. It's about things that you have wanted to do and put off for a long time. It's always about communication issues, trying to communicate through a muddled mess of foggy-headedness and mental unclarity. We know what your Mercury retrograde has been and how it wreaks havoc with some of you and how it doesn't affect much the rest of you. But the next time this is going to happen, in 3 or 4 decades from now, when Mercury transit across the sun again. Mercury is a planet of communication, and the sun is a life-giving planet. Mercury is going backwards, and the sun is moving forwards. In a way, this is going to connect with all of you in a way it's going to make you stand still and have clear communication with yourself, with your divine higher guidance, and with your God himself. Tomorrow is going to be a very sacred and holy day because of the energy of the cosmos that are coming your way. This isn't about the numbers 1111, November being the 11th month. It's not about that, but many of you will believe it is about that. Even though that energy is a good energy and we understand the importance, the spiritual significance of it, and we find that endearing about the humans, that you put a lot of significance into something, and by your collective thought of a thing, you make it so. You are divine co-creators with this universe, right? And we find that endearing about you when we watch you make up something, create something, get enough people to believe it, and suddenly that something is real. 1111 wasn't a thing 30 years ago. Even 20 years ago, it was barely talked about. But now it's real, and even though you won't understand the significance of what's happening from our perspective, we're trying to give it to you as much as we can. You're not going to understand from our perspective totally. We don't understand from your perspective either totally. But even though tomorrow's going to be a big, big day, many of you still won't understand exactly what happened or why. But it is a grand and wonderful and actually accurate metaphor. When you say 1111, the gateway is open, and the gateway is the way to manifest anything and everything in your life, and it's a grand time to ask for what you want. Every moment of every day is a grand time to ask for what you want, but tomorrow specifically, the gateway will be open as a portal opens from the sun towards you in a grand divine communication. If you sit in meditation tomorrow and allow that silence and stillness to be inside your bodies, if you've never heard the voice of God, tomorrow might be the time in which it happens. You're going to have a grander opportunity. Just like you believe that the veils are thinner during Day of the Dead or Halloween, and you can speak to the spirits, tomorrow will be a time in which you're going to be able to speak to the prime creator, the God of all who created everything. This is always available to you, by the way, but tomorrow is particularly an easier day for this to occur because of the celestial events as well as a cosmic energy that you have been calling forth, asking for, praying for. Please let this be over. Please let us anchor into the 5th dimension. Please let the symptoms be gone. Please let the sleeping people awake. And please let the awakening ones awaken more. Please help raise our vibrations so that we can see, we can know, we can feel, we can hear better on all levels and planes of existence. We know. We hear what you guys are talking about, and we can hear you telepathically, what you pray about and ask about. A lot of you have asked us to help you with this stuff. We're sending you love and light. We're having as much contact with you as possible. We can't help you spiritually grow. We can only beam the energy your way, and it's up to you to do with it what you will. It's up to you to take it in and allow it to expand your heart chakras and allow all of your chakras to line up and allow your auras to be cleansed and your ability to love everyone on the planet and in the galaxies and all the planets throughout all of the universe, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. That's not up to us, it's up to you. We cannot take responsibility for you. We can only offer and lend our support, our love, and our help, which we adamantly do. We delightfully do. We are so grateful and humbled at this time to be able to participate in this grand experiment with you. That we are allowed to help in any small way is huge for us. It brings a great deal of joy to our hearts and smiles to our lips. How do you do it, you ask? How? We see that you're going to ask. Yeah, but if it's up to us to expand ourselves, how do we do it? My dears, you have already been doing it. Your heart is growing, your heart chakras, your chakras are being cleared out by this cosmic energy. Your job now is to accept it and ask it to heal you, everyone around you, your block, your city, your apartment building, your state, your country, your continent, your world. Ask it to heal the animals and the plants and the crystals and the rocks and the people, the sky and the invisible and the visible worlds. Ask the energy to heal the natural spaces where the nature spirits have been harmed or where they no longer exist because the land is dead. Just ask for forgiveness, offer your own forgiveness, ask for love, offer your own love, ask for joy and offer your own joy. Ask for peace and offer your own peace. Ask for beauty, offer your own beauty. And throughout this whole process, we ask that you just accept the incoming light codes, transmissions, downloads, and your DNA will automatically upgrade, and you accept that too. We see several beams in addition to what we have just said. There are several beams coming your way, and we wish to let you know that there are pulsars, pulsating energy your way. We see a series of pink, hot pink, and magenta pulsar waves. These are going to energize you. They're going to energize your goals and dreams for your life. It's going to activate the parts of you that have been excited about life and pushing forward in whatever it is your hopes and dreams for the future are. But for those of you who have not actively worked on them, but you've kind of sat back a little bit passive and saying, yeah, that's what I want to do, and then you reach for another beer, or you reach for another snack food, or you reach for another TV show, and we see that you go back to sleep as far as your dreams are concerned. But with these pulsars that we see coming your way, some of them will be red, but it's going to be every spectrum of that, from pink to red to scarlet, even a maroon, and it's going to activate all of what you thought you were back when you were better. It's going to activate it in a way that you realize you're still the same person. You're still you. These beams are going to be beamed at you, pulsed energy at you. And when it happens, it's going to be in the next 11 days. 11 times a day for 11 days. Many of you ask for 11 and 11, 11 all the time. Your belief in this pulls and attracts to you the thing that you wish, because you are co-creators in the universe. These beams are going to just activate you, activate you, activate you, activate you. And the dreams that you have forgotten about, or you put to the wayside, or you figured, I'll get to it next year, that energy isn't going to fly anymore. This pulsar wave beams that will be coming your way are going to make you so excited to be alive at this time and to fulfill your goals and dreams. And you're going to be renewed, rejuvenated, and re-excited about who you wanted to be when you were younger. When you were 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 years old. It's going to be rejoiced, rejuvenated, renewed. And you're going to be like, yes, that's me. And you're going to start working towards those goals because you're going to be so activated in this. You're not going to have to build up your belief in yourself, because it's going to spark such a powerful energy inside you that you won't be able to help but wanting to meet those goals. We also see from a different pulsar, there's going to be beamed at you from some stars in the central part of the galaxy, of the universe. But on the other side of your own galaxy, there are some stars that are going to start to pulsate kind of a baby blue energy. And it's going to blanket you with the energy and feeling of comfort and security. But it's not coming from a false sense of security. It's coming from the security inside of yourself and knowing who you truly are. It's going to be an energy of acceptance, and you're going to find yourself loving yourself in a much deeper way than you ever have. We see that happening 3 times in the next 12 days, one every 4 days or so. We see a pale amber golden energy, like a very pale, like a yellow energy coming your way. And we see it coming over the top of your sun. And we see that this is going to come from the grand central sun through your sun portal, but it's going to be only like the top part. And that's going to be like a gentle wave. It's going to start tomorrow, and it's going to take 12 days. to fully reach you. It's going to be slow. It's going to reach you, but it's going to be a very slow moving pulse. Not even a pulsing. It's like a slow moving, smooth wave, gently coming over your crown chakras and then enveloping you, like going up, down around your feet and coming back up to the crown chakra. And it's going to give you sensations of electrical impulses. You might feel little zaps, maybe like electricity, and it might be feeling like it's racing through you. You're going to feel like you're vibrating inside, like your bones have been vibrating a lot. Many of you have reported the vibrations in your bones as you adjust to this new energy levels. But this golden cocooning light is going to envelope you in the love of God. Those of you who have rested your heart on getting into a university, or you've rested your heart on your friends always being there, or the love of your parents always being ever present and active in your life. Anyone who has had the love in their heart based on another person, or based on a place or material objects, and then you find it is ripped from under you, like a carpet being pulled out from under you. When a person dies or breaks up, or the college doesn't go through, or it does go through, but it's not what you thought it would be like. Any number of disappointments in your world you have rested your heart on before they disappointed you. Hence the disappointment energy. But what this golden cocoon energy is going to do, it's going to smooth over all the ruffled feathers of disappointment. It's going to bring to you a sense of peace and a sense of immortality. It's going to bring you a sense that you were always. You are now, and you will always be in the future as well. It's going to be a very deep, blissful resonance. It's going to resonate with your heart chakra and the heart and soul, the very center of your being. Not just your physical body, but who you truly are with or without your body. And it's going to help you. It's going to help you focus on all of your heart's desires that are appropriate and proper for you. When you do the Puarasa that we asked you to do before, that we told you about, that energy is going to help you reach your highest vibratory rate quickly and bring all the things to you that match that rate to you quickly. We are going to give you another one right now. Yay! I was hoping you guys would do that. Yay! It's like, of course, I wouldn't disappoint you. Thank you, Michael. All right, so let me see if I can hear this correctly. Please lay it on me, brother. Let me know. Okay, I'm seeing a K. Is that the first word? First word begins with a K. First word begins with K. 3 syllables. Just kidding. We're not doing charades. This is insane. Telepathic charades. All right. All right. Are you okay? I'm going to try to just say it out loud. I think Kahu. Is it Kahu? No. Ku. Who? And you're saying Lu? Ku-hu Lu. Ru? No. Poo? No. Ku-hu Lu. like that? Anything else? Just 3 for real? It was only 3 syllables. Oh my God. He just spoke that one right through me. Slipped it past me. You slipped that one past the goalie, buddy. Alright, so it's Ku-Hu-Lu. But you say it in a deeper voice. Oh, okay, so it's supposed to line your ego self, the chakra that's around your belly button, right above your belly button, and your heart. It's supposed to keep that in alignment. And it goes out like a shield. And it's almost like a rose gold, pink, golden, orangey, swirly sun right there in the center of your being. And it will swirl like clockwise. And as you say this, it's going to grow and protect you like a shield. No one can harm or hurt you when you do this one. In a low voice, so, okay, I'm going to try it, and you're going to help me maybe work through me a little bit. So it's Ku-Hu-Lu. Ku? Like cuckoo, kachoo? Ku? Okay, Ku. Lu. Like skip to my loo? Yes. And then Ru, like kangaroo. Or baby Ru. Ku-Lu-Ru. Okay. And he says to do it 3 times. I'm going to do 2 more times to see what happens. I'm laughing so hard because I sound insane. I know my neighbors can hear me. Wow, you guys, I feel like a wow, like a big vibrating, like a planet, literally between my belly button and my heart. And it's like a fiery orange ball of energy, but it's also orange and red and golden. And he says, as it slows down a little bit in the spinning, you're going to feel like a plate of armor going around you, like a rose gold, and it's just energy. It's not going to close you off from anything, but it is going to close off the possibility and potential of other people's negativity. As you progress in your telepathic ways and as your third eye opens, you're going to be more vulnerable, and this is your shield. And this is what's going to help you navigate your first few weeks, months, and years in the 5th dimension, as everybody ends up being telepathically aware of what everyone else is thinking. People will quickly learn to change their thoughts. It's going to be rough going for a lot of people who are still asleep. When they wake up in the beginning, they're still having thoughts that are not conducive to society, that are maybe against people for being something different than them. Sexism, for example, or homophobic, for another example. The Ku-Lu-Ru energy is going to help you build up your energy shield. Also, this is going to bathe your nervous system as it changes over to the crystalline form. Consider it a lubricant. He said it that way and he's laughing. The Pleiadians love to joke and have fun. So the Kuluru. It's almost like formulating your own central sun in your center of your being. And the more you do it, it will expand and eventually encompass your whole body. And your energy will become so magnetic and powerful that you will be able to manifest much easier because you're not going to care about what people think of you. We have seen that some of you wish to have a big house, and then you judge yourself based on what you heard somebody say about how bad it is in society that people should want a big house, that everyone should want a tiny house and leave a small carbon footprint. And we see some of you debating what you want with yourself and feeling very conflicted, and you want to move towards your goal, but you're afraid to move towards your goal because what is everyone going to think in your social circle? And we say this: whatever your divine higher guidance and self puts in your heart as a desire, it's probably meant to be that desire for a reason. And as you go up in vibration, the people who are your true friends are going to come towards you and be in your life. And they're going to approve of all of your life choices. And you're not going to care by that time because you don't need people's approval. But the people who are in alignment with your way of thinking and your way of doing are going to be the people that are in alignment with your purpose as well. And it's going to become synergistic, like a battery pack. One battery has so much energy, but a pack of 16 batteries has a lot more power. It's exponential. So we ask you to do the Plu-Ah Ra Sa in a medium to higher pitch. Plu-Ah Ra Sa. It's much higher pitched because it is for your upper heart through your third eye. It aligns you with your highest purpose, your highest good. The Kuluru aligns you with your identity. We ask that you do the first one first. Plu-Ah Ra Sa helps you align with your best, highest good. And then your identity helps you to protect that which is being given by you, or by Prime Creator through you, through your heart, to express yourself in a way that is for your highest, best interest. Some of you are being pulled to have a tiny house and leave a small carbon footprint, but lead a glorious and grand life through maybe your art or spreading your message of love and hope and peace through entertainment. Some of you are making fiber arts or clothing. We see all of the things that are going on, and we are not saying that we approve of one life and not another kind of lifestyle. We are saying that whatever it is that God is trying to create and manifest through your heart, when God speaks through your heart to you and you listen to it, Plu-Ah Ra Sa will help you be put in touch with that. You know, if you have a desire to do drugs that will dull your senses and maybe ruin your life and make you addicted, you're not in alignment with your higher, best self, your highest, best good. So when you say Plu-Ah Ra Sa, that will line you up immediately. Say it 3 times. You will get there. And then listen for the small voice for 15 minutes. After that, Kuluru 3 times. That will protect the dream, the hope, and the desire that was placed inside your heart. You will feel it in your chest. You will hear the still small voice of God inside of you as you align with your highest purpose. And don't feel bad or afraid to manifest what you are told to manifest, because God wants to manifest that through you. You will have no competition. In the 5th dimension, you will only have cooperation. If you are a light worker and you're listening to this podcast and you start a new podcast, that's because God has spoken through you and wishes to speak through you with your voice, your ideas, and your thoughts, because you're going to reach more people. Because every light worker is a unique individual. Every human being is a unique individual. Just like in our culture, every Pleiadian is a unique person. We're all unique. And because we're all unique, you can have 100 voices giving a similar message, and yet they all have a little bit different octave and energy. Everyone is giving off different light codes and different information that's coded in the sound vibration of your voice, and different information that is coded in the energy of your soul. You all have an energetic frequency that vibrates with your soul, and it comes through the power of your voice. If someone listens to 100 different people with 100 different messages that are similar, they're going to get 100 different energies, and that's going to help line up the pieces of their own personal puzzles. So we are trying to express that it's okay if 1,000 people are doing what you want to do, because only you can do it in your unique way. And the people that need to be helped by you are on their way already to you. If you build it, they will come. We loved that movie. We saw that a long time ago on your planet, the Field of Dreams movie. And what we're explaining and expressing to you is of sorts, this is your field of dreams. You need to create your best life. Your best dreams are coming true right now. So use our gifts wisely, use our gifts, share them far and wide. We wish for you to know the bliss and the joy that we feel every day in our lives. We have nothing better to do with our time than to spend our time helping humanity lift and raise up their vibrational energies. There cannot be any loftier goal for us than to help you guys join us in the highest point of the 5th dimension, where we will meet as brothers and we will drink wine together and eat bread together, or whatever you wish to eat, whatever you wish to drink. We will embrace each other as long-lost friends, long-lost family. You're going to see the world in a different way very soon. Keep working on yourself. Keep saying these mantras that are helping. We know the Larans have given you a message too, another mantra, and we encourage you to use that one as well. in this time and in this place and in this way in the human race. You cannot have too many mantras because each energy does something different. Work with the ones that resonate the highest with you and leave the rest until you're ready for them. And if you're never ready for them, that's okay too. We are offering our best to you because we love you and we wish only to be of service to humanity. That is our message for tonight. We have a great deal of love for you guys, and we always will. And because of that, we will be back through this channel. We will be back through other channels as well. Different messages through different channels. But we wish to welcome you to the Galactic Federation someday. So keep working, keep pushing. Let go of the 3D world, because what you are gaining is the kingdom of heaven on earth. The kingdom of heaven inside of you. We are so excited for you. We love you, and we are going to go now. But we bow to you and we say, we humbly serve humanity with our hearts, our minds, and our spirits. And we pray to the Prime Creator that we are joined in loving brotherhood in the new golden age of humanity. Thank you for allowing this opportunity. Amen. And with that, we will say goodbye. We bid you adieu. We will come back again. That's it for now. Thank you, Michael. He says thank you. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Yay! We have a new mantra. So cool. I love it. I hope you guys loved it. Now my battery's at 44% after an hour of being plugged in this whole time. So, okay, I'm just going to ask God for it. I don't know. I gave it Reiki the other day and went right up to 100% in 20 minutes from like 10. I did hook my phone up to the healing crystal grid, and I don't know if that was a good idea or not, because it's just like so wonky suddenly. I have to do some meditation, and if I have a good solution, I'll let you guys know, in case you're having phone issues as well, the battery issues. Anyway, here with that energy, I hate that beep, beep, beep. All right, we're at the 55 mark. Well, that's it, guys. I don't really have a whole lot to add. Kulu-roo. I was questioning because I have a spirit guide called Kahuluru or Kahulari or Kahuluru. Wow, I'm going to find out. He's a Native American, but I wonder if he wasn't from the Pleiades. He's actually the Native American. He's from the Native American, one of the tribes that have a very deep connection to the Pleiades. He was Lakota Sioux, and I think they have a very deep connection to the Seven Sisters. So I got to do some research on that, because I think that might be what his name might be, what we were just given, or similar to that. It's very similar. It's not exactly the same, but I was like, are you pulling that out of my subconscious mind? He hasn't been my guide in a while. I love him dearly, and he was my grandfather, or my elder, when I lived in that tribe. We knew each other back then, and he was actually he was the chief of the tribe, and he was my husband's dad. And I called him like grandfather. Everyone called him grandfather. Anyway, all right, I'm going to write this one down too. I write them all down, when they give us these incredible things, and I'm going to write down what they are. Hopefully, I hope to write a book on this, so that you guys have a handy dandy guide in front of you. It'll be like what every single thing is, what it does, what are the colors and the energy signature of it, so that how to use it, what is it going to do, how's it going to benefit us in the long run, how we can use it, what ET race it comes from. I'm hoping it's all going to work out so that we can do that. All right, well, I honestly just don't have a whole lot to add to that. I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with all unique and original programming. Tomorrow is, we're reading the book, The Spirit's Book by Allan Kardec. Of course, that's not his name. It was an assumed name from a past life when he was a druid. Leon something. I forgot his name now. I don't even know. No, I'm going to try to remember this late date. But it's 1857 was that the year that book was written. So we're gonna read the next chapter in that book, or two, depending on how much we could get through. But that one's been very, very interesting. And yet we'll talk about tomorrow, the spirits. I don't know if they were the highest vibratory spirits that he was speaking with. They have most of their information right, though, like 90 to 95% correct. So it is a very impressive book, even 162 years later. So we're going to keep reading that and see where it takes us. And, well, that's all for now. I want you guys to send your miracles, even if you had a Kwanzaa miracle or a Diwali miracle, or for any holiday season, any holiday, no matter what the holiday is. If you've had any miracles during the holiday season, we're going to talk about that in December. So send those to metaphysicalsoulspeak@gmail.com. And that's it. I'm signing off now, guys. That's all I got to say about that. Signing off with peace and joy and the high vibes of the holy fifth dimension. Till next time, guys. Peace. Do you ever wish you could look into the next chapter in your book of life and see what's coming next? What does the universe have in store for you? I can help you with that. I will give you a Celtic cross reading, which is 10 cards, or you can ask me 3 questions, and I use 3 cards per question. So that's 9 cards, or I can channel your higher guidance, or maybe God directly for you. Maybe you want to talk to your dear departed Aunt Edna, because maybe you have a few questions and she was the smartest person you knew. If your deceased relatives are available, or your ascended masters, I can channel them for you personally. Let me have 1 hour to show you the future in your next chapter of your book of life. Readings are $75, and it takes me an hour to an hour and a half to complete. And for this price, you will also be hooked up to the healing grid around the planet for free, which means yours truly, me, I will be giving you Reiki 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the rest of your life. All you have to do is let me know. metaphysicalsoulspeak@gmail.com, and we will explore your future together.